Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Ellarie here. Today's video, as you probably could tell by the title, is going to be Rihanna inspired. Love her. The Wild Thoughts video with Jaclyn and Bryson Tiller recently came out, and the moment I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. All of that. Her makeup in that video, her outfits, like, Rihanna could make me like question my sexuality. Like, I don't. Whew, she is like the shit. I mean, I don't know how else to describe how she is. She's the shit. So anyways, her makeup artist, Myla Morales, I believe is how you say her name, slayed the hell out of her makeup, and I wanted to try it today. This, of course, is going to be the great value version of Rihanna because we all know that she's like a goddess. So I'm just gonna be a great value version, you know, still good, but you know, just not, you know, authentic. And I'm going to try to do both looks she had in the video from the beginning of the video, which she had a little scarf on. See how I'm already great value? The hoops are like not her hoops, and the scarf is cute, but it's not her scarf. This scarf is actually from Rap Queens, and it's actually, I don't even think it's supposed to be a scarf. Like, it's supposed to be one of those things with the knots right here, which I will wear it for in a couple of days when I take out my weave. I was just trying to put my own, you know, cheap spin on it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, my face is already prepped. Obviously did my brows, my foundation, and bronzer. I didn't go as heavy on the contour as I usually do because her face was more so bronzy than it was like really chiseled out. She doesn't really need it. I, on the other hand, do. So to do this look, I will be majorly using Jaclyn Hill's new palette with Morphe. You guys have been asking me on Twitter, Instagram, a little bit of everywhere to swatch this palette and give like a review on it. So I decided to use it with this whole tutorial since all of the colors are pretty much there that I need. And I'm gonna do a quick swatch. I'm not swatching all the colors, but I will swatch some colors. Jaclyn Hill usually doesn't go wrong with anything she comes out with. You can pretty much, so far that I've seen, rely on her when it comes to her collaborations. Her first palette with Morphe was one of my faves and still is one of my faves. Kind of nice and warm with a few pops of color, which I love and would be kind of my ideal palette if I were to make one myself. If you're not familiar with Morphe's palettes, like as far as pigmentation, they're all good. Like, I have a ton of Morphe palettes and I use them all the time. You get a lot for your money and they're very pigmented, so you're not going to lose out on any color just by it being less expensive than other brands. So you definitely can rely on their shadows from my experience, and I didn't expect anything less from this new palette with Jaclyn Hill. It was all just about, you know, the color arrangement that I was going to be like, you know, that's going to be what the hit or miss is. But she chose great colors yet again. This is what the new palette looks like. Still a lot of warm colors, a lot of transition shades, a lot of shades that you can use for like softer looks, and if you want to play with color again, she has some color over here in this corner. So once again, I think she did a great job choosing her colors and making sure there's a lot of transition shades to go with a lot of different makeup looks. So I'm going to swatch 4 shimmers and 4 mattes just to give you guys a feel of the pigmentation. Gotta take into consideration this bright light that I'm in front of, but it's a little bit darker than what it's showing right here. Okay, so now let's go into these mattes real quick. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no problem with pigment when it comes to Morphe shadows. So the only thing that's going to dial down to is if these are colors that you actually like and would wear. I'm gonna start by finishing off, I'll do my eyes first. Okay, so we always prime the lids first. I'm wiping them off first before I add Benefit Stone Straight Primer in medium deep. Okay, now I'm about to do something that I rarely do on my channel. I'm gonna highlight my brow. OMG. I never highlight my brow just because, and I don't even know if I've ever really explained why I don't highlight my brow. But one of the main reasons why is because I like it to look natural underneath the brow. But another reason why is because, like, I have brow hair bumps. Like, you probably can't see it on camera, but from like tweezing, and which I do often because I don't get my eyebrows done really ever, I get like brow hair bumps. So when I highlight underneath my brows, like it brings out the bumpage. But, you know, today they're looking pretty smooth, so hopefully, you know, you guys won't see my brow bumps. Using Artist Couture's Sugar Daddy loose highlighter, and I'm using this one because I'm going to use this in the inner eye corner as well and probably over my highlight, so I want everything to kind of coordinate. I'm going to use a small tapered blending brush from Morphe and whatever's in the cap. You can't really tell that much in the actual music video, but if you watch like the behind the scenes, her brow is like super highlighted, so I wanted to make sure I included that. The first color I'm going to dip into is this one right here, and I'm just going to buff this into my crease as my first transition. Next, I'm going to go into this darker brown matte shadow right here, and I'm going to use the same brush and buff that into my crease. And this is going to steadily give my crease some definition. Now I'm going to grab this concealer brush by Morphe and grab this bronzy gold shade right here in the corner, and I'm going to tap this all over my lids. And it's okay if you get it a little in the crease. I'm kind of doing it on purpose because I just want the eyes to look nice and bronzed. And I'm only doing one layer of the shadow so that it's nice and soft. In that same highlight shade that I use underneath my brows, Sugar Daddy, and I'm going to add that to the inner corners of my eyes. You can blend it out if need be with a clean blending brush. Now for my black liner, I'm going to do the thinnest liner ever on my lids. I just have to have liner when I wear lashes. Like the way my real lashes are set up, I just need like a thin liner to help my false lashes blend in. So I'm going to use Lancome's Grandiose black liner for that. I'm going to use one of my faves, Jouer's Matte Black Liner, and I'm going to put this all over my waterline and kind of smudge it out in the corner. Now I'm going to add my falsies. I'm using House of Lashes Allura Light along with House of Lashes Lash Glue. I'm going to clean off my real lashes first, per usual. So finally for the eyes, I'm going to finish off with a coat of mascara YSL's The Shop on my bottom lashes and blend in my real lashes. Okay, to finish off bronzing out the face, I'm going to use MAC's Refined Golden Bronzer to go over my contour. It has a lot more gold in it that's going to give me a nice bronzy look. And I'm using Becca's contour brush. For the base of my highlight, I'm using Black Radiance Baked Bronzer in Rose Gold. I'm going to add this to the tops of my cheeks, my nose, and my cupid's bow. Actually going to add a little bit up here too. She was glowing. Okay, and to enhance my highlight, I'm going to go over it with the Sugar Daddy that I use on my eyes by Artist Couture. These Artist Couture powders just amplify your highlight. Like it makes it almost look 3D, like it's coming at you. And then I wasn't going to do a blush, but then I decided maybe an orangey blush might look pretty good with this, you know? So I grabbed Tiger Lily by Becca. Alright, and now for my lipstick. Her lipstick was like a reddish orangey look. It was really hard to look like in detail at these looks because all you can go by is from video screenshots. I'm going to put this red pencil by Clinique. It is called Intense Passion underneath MAC's Lady Danger, which is like a orangish matte lippy. I don't know what this is going to look like, but hopefully it looks like what I'm picturing in my brain. So first I'm going to line my lips all over with the liner. And now I'm just going to pat it on because this color kind of looks good on its own, but I just want a little bit more orange in there. So I'm just going to pat this all over my lips. See how it's like much more brighter than this one up here? Put me on some little bootleg aviators and bam, put. What's up? This is your girl Rihanna, and I am here on my girl Ellarie's page. I don't know if you guys know, but she's like my best friend. She is such a great person, and you know, I hold her very dear in my heart. I'm giving her the exclusive makeup tutorial for my new video, well, thoughts, not thoughts, but thoughts. And you guys get it here first. So shout out to my girl Ellarie. She'll be taking over now. Tell her Rihanna sent you. I'm like a nutcracker. Alright, so this was the first look, obviously, and I'm going to take off this lip. I think I'm going to leave the eyes and kind of just transition into the second look, so keep watching. So all I'm really going to do is take off my lashes. Do you guys see how much lashes are needed? Like, I just turned hella basic in 2 seconds. Let's see. I have no idea what I'm doing here, by the way, so just bear with me. But first, I'm going to start off with this. Let's see. It's the third row down in the spot on in the middle. For this particular look, instead of stopping in like the outer V of the eye, I'm going to kind of drag it out into a wing shape. Okay, and instead of wiping this brown off and like starting completely over, which is probably what I should have done, I'm gonna go over it with some green liner. This one is Limelight by LA Girl. And I'm just gonna kind of color over the gold shadow and hope that works to like move it out the way. And it's also gonna work as like a base for my eyeshadow. But I'm really just doing this to kind of get rid of that gold. Okay, so now I'm going to grab this color right here at the bottom and Morphe's small tapered blending brush. And I'm going to buff this color all over my lid and kind of wing it out as I did the brown. Next, I'm going to go into this matte forest green color, and I think I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm just going to pretty much outline this wing shape to smoke it out a little bit and connect it to the lower lash line. Using a pencil brush to be a little bit more precise on the lower lash line. I'm going to tap over the inner corner with the shimmery green shade. Okay, I'm going to finish this eye over here all the way first because I'm running out of battery. I'm going to add a loose green powder over the eyeshadow to make it kind of a little bit more shimmery like she had in the video. I'm using Dose of Colors Ideal Duo in Mermaid. And I'm going to tap this color all over my lid shade. Now I'm just going to clean up the shadows a little bit. I'm going to go back and add that Sugar Daddy highlight in the inner corner. And I'm going to go back over my eyeliner, both with the pencil on the waterline and the liquid liner on top. I'm going to add the same lashes that I had on with the first look. Alright, now I'm just going to clean up some of the fallout I had underneath my eyes with my Macaroni Light Skin Finish powder and this S123 brush by Cosette. Gonna touch up my highlight as well. Okay, so now for the lips. In the first look, I kind of did the opposite. I put orange on top of a red liner, but this time I'm gonna put red on top of the orange. I'm basically going to put the Lady Danger MAC lipstick that I used in the first lip underneath Gerard Cosmetics Immortal. Don't know how this is going to turn out, but since the first one turned out okay, you know, hopefully this one does too. Gonna put Lady Danger all over first. And now I'm going to go on top of it with Immortal. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some water to my wig and we'll be done with Great Value version number 2. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial of my Rihanna Wild Thoughts video inspired using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Ellarie, and Snapchat at Miss Ellarie. And of course, let me know what you want to see next in the comments. But until then, love you guys. Mwah.